Grizz Nation, welcome into another Grizz Game Day update. The Grizzlies are on a weird, not back to back, but two-game little mini series with the Utah Jazz. They're up in Utah right now. So joining me to talk about this little Jazz series is Nayo Campbell. It's so good to see you again. Are you ready?
Oh, good to see you, KJ. Yes, I'm so excited. I think anytime the Grizzlies come in town, I don't know, it's just probably one of my favorite matchups of the season.
Wait, I love to hear that. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. The Grizzlies are 4-1. The Jazz are 4-2 after losing a game just last night. So we're getting them on the second half of a back-to-back. They lost to the Nuggets last night. I think just to kick it off, the biggest news coming from my end, Nayo, is Ja Morant is doubtful right now with a non-COVID related illness. John Conchar is questionable, so they could potentially get him back in. But that brings most likely, if Ja is out, that Tyus Jones will be in that starting point guard position. The last time he played the Jazz, when Ja was out, he had 24 points, 5 assists. So I think the Grizzlies are in still good hands. But that does change a lot in terms of the way they score, because the Grizzlies love to score in the paint. Last year, they led in points in the paint. Ja loves to get out, drive right in the key. And that's the way he scores most of his points. But the Jazz are also really good at not allowing a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, our rim protection has definitely been up this year. That is something to look out for. That is something that's really exciting with this new team, is that it's literally like everyone is playing so incredibly hard and you don't know what you're going to get. Jordan Clarkson had a great block. Taylor had a great block. You just don't know.
And of course, one of my favorite people plays on your team now, talking about rim protection. It's going to be Kelly Olynyk versus Steven Adams down low. But I think one of the cool things, at least for Grizzlies fans right now, is that we've seen the Jazz so many times over the past couple of years, but this Jazz team is this is a new Jazz team. This is new faces. So tell me a little bit about what the Grizzlies fans can look for on this new team now.
Yeah, this is an entirely new team that the Grizzlies are facing. They definitely got used to the Jazz last year, for the past 2 years, especially with the playoff run, all of that. But this year, it's almost like young team versus young team. Of course, we have a few veterans, but actually a lot of our veterans are out tonight, with Mike Conley and Rudy Gay both being out, and both former Grizzly players. But yeah, this is a very young team that the Grizzlies are facing against tonight. And it's definitely gonna be a showdown. It's going to be really exciting to see these young guys take the court. And that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. We've got Malik Beasley. Some of our latest additions, I talked about Taylor, Kelly. It's literally an entirely new roster. And so Colin Sexton, Lowry, I mean, the list goes on and on. And these guys have been playing so great. It's been so much fun to watch. The Jazz fans are literally having a ball. I mean, everyone at the games, it's just so much fun and unique to watch. So I'm really excited to see the Grizzlies take on the Jazz tonight, just because seeing young guys on the court and going against each other, and knowing that this team is about, probably most of these guys, these matchups are about the same age. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. So Conley's out, which is kind of a bummer for Grizzlies fans, because they love watching him. And Ja is doubtful, like I mentioned. So that leaves me, if my prediction was going to be who's going to have a good game, I think Desmond Bane for us has another good game. He's been on a hot streak since having a tiny little slump at the beginning. But I also think Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Dylan, I'm going to say this, whenever there's other Canadians on the other team, Dylan, no, he steps up. And so he's got his former teammates in Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Kelly Olynyk. So I think Dylan has a good game offensively. That would be my prediction. But defensively, we were talking Dylan guards essentially the best player 1 through 4 on the other team. What's that matchup look like tonight with the Jazz?
No, I'm excited to see Dylan. Dylan, I mean, I told you before, Dylan is a pest, right? Jazz fans have a good time booing Dylan when he's out on the court. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see, because he plays with so much passion. And like you said, he's going to guard that best player on the floor. So it'll be very interesting. I'm excited to see Dylan and Malik. I'm excited to see Dylan versus Jordan. That is going to be some spiciness on the court. I don't know if spicy is the right word, but we just going to say spicy. I think it's going to be spicy. But it is so funny because the Canadians are showing out tonight. We've got a total of 3 guys that are from Canada, 4 guys that are from Canada on the floor tonight. Yes, 4 guys that are from Canada on the floor tonight. So that is just incredibly exciting. It'll be funny to see Dylan and Kelly. I'm excited to see those two.
Okay, my very last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Jordan Dylan matchup is spicy on the court.
I hope they're not mad at me for saying spicy, but we're just going to use the word.
It's going to be spicy.
Right.
I also think the matchup between Jordan and Dylan off the court in terms of their fashion, spicy.
Wait, okay, but hold up. Okay, I have to say this. Like when it comes to our Jazz team, Jordan Clarkson, yes, that's the reigning. Like for me, he's always going to be MVP. But we got to talk about Jared Vanderbilt. His looks in the tunnel are A1. Nickeil Alexander also has some great looks in the tunnel. Malik dresses too. So when it comes to our Jazz players, it'll be interesting to see how these guys, some of the looks that they pull off tonight, because our Jazz players, we definitely show out. So one thing about Dylan, I'm sorry, Dylan, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to our guys for the looks in the tunnel.
Nayo was coming with some spicy. Okay.
I also said that my outfit is going to be cute too. So, we might have some competition off the court when it comes to the fashion and the looks.
All right, we'll see. I think tonight's thing for the Grizzlies is strength in numbers, get who you get out there and just play the way they've been playing. And then you and I will be back in just a few days to kind of like recap tonight's game and then also look ahead at the next game. So let the best team win. We'll see you in a few days, right? This is great. Yeah. Love a little mini series.
Miniseries, yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun, and especially coming off a back-to-back. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see our guys. I love miniseries too. I think it started off like really with COVID, and now because people were asking, they're like, "Is it weird for a team to be here so many days?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is a little weird, but it's funny that it's the Jazz and the Grizz." I just feel like for the past few years, it's definitely been like always going.
They're always going head to head, and it is giving like very much like playoffs. Like I love that for your fan base. I love it for our fan base, and I love it for the two teams. I think it's going to be really fun. Grizzlies fans, that game starts at 8 p.m. tonight Central Time. If you're watching from Utah, that is 7 p.m. Yes. And if you're watching from home from Memphis, you can catch it on Bally Sports Southeast and the Bally Sports Plus app.